Cattenburg. Do you need?
Today I fixed the bug, but I think that's when when one of your character dies, it just stays on the screen. It's
Ah,
weird, but it's fine.
yeah, it's that's not
Just
game.
don't lose them.
Yeah, don't have a character die. That's the easiest way, right? So
Yeah.
this is our newest update. What Brain has been working on over the last week. I can only take design input credit. Everything has been done by Brainoid and Finis. You can see we've got this deck stuff at the top. These cards which indicate how many cards we have in our deck, and that means that we're actually the board has been filled by a deck. So the player has a deck of cards, the enemy has a deck of cards, and they are meshed together into one. Or no, it only replaces the cards by so if it's your turn and there's gaps on the board, it uses your deck to fill them, right?
Yeah. Also, let's remember that your card, the shared cards are added into your deck as well before they get shuffled.
So shared cards are going to be cards like the environment ones.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's an interesting mechanic because it makes me think like, would people then, if they don't want to take any risk of getting an enemy card, would they just keep choosing the same cards because they know they're going to be drawing from their deck then?
Yeah.
That's one thing to consider. But maybe every time you go through like the whole deck, you get some environment cards thrown in. Then that can be negative to stop you kind of just going straight through your own deck, maybe.
Well, yes.
Or we shuffle things up sometimes. I don't know. Yeah, it's a tricky one. Okay, let's just do a test run, shall we? That demo run. Go. Okay, so from dealing out, I've now got 8 cards left, and they've got 11. Okay, so game as normal. We got 2 bat rats, one's on 6 health, and we've got an action. Just see what we've got. So right click now is our way to bring up a bit of information on a card, right? It doesn't work for all of them.
None of them.
None of them. Okay, okay. But it
Because
does
all
get
the cards
it
are
works.
new.
It works for the special abilities though, which is nice. Even though it doesn't say, oh yeah, you can hover over them as well, and that gives you, right?
Yeah,
That's nice.
I didn't put the AP costs there yet. I forgot about that.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. So we have a nicer way to know what the specials are, and what's great is you can learn about the enemies as well. Attacks a target and a lower a random attribute by 1, and they perform 2 attacks onto random enemies. And then we have damage self for 20% vitality and heal allies to the same amount. Oh, Bat Rat, what a champion. And then Vampiric Bite, attack the target and enemy and heal equal to damage dealt.
Weird how that doesn't work in other pop-ups.
Well, how it doesn't go off the edge of the screen thing, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too sure why either. Honest with you.
I'll take that. I'm noting it down at the moment.
Okay. I thought that said holy train, which I thought was an interesting idea. What? A pilgrimage train. Takes the effort out of pilgrimage a bit, but we'll go with it. Okay, yeah, so that's new. I think. Yeah, we still have it if we hover over ultimate. It'll show us what we got. So let's just remember that ultimate takes 3 or 2. Yeah, 2. Campfire gave us some health back, which is nice.
It will be different for each ultimate, I guess, but currently most of them are.
Yeah, 2, 2, 2 down there. Sounds cool. Okay, so we're going to start using our abilities now, I'm guessing. We're going to take 2 from that and then 1 and 1, actually. So that gives us 1 more reveal we can do. Okay, head to head. So, the Cattenburg Anthem's going to be probably a strong ultimate here, because it'll...
Yeah.
It won't let us kill Bat Rat, but it depends where this blind attack goes, I guess. But I still think it's a good shot. It'll give the priest 4 damage instead. So we're going to go for the Cattenburg Anthem. And then we're going to go for the head-to-head, I think. Well, yeah, I need to go head-to-head because it's wasted if I go for that one. So I'll go head-to-head on that. Oh, it gives me... It's 50% more. Sorry, I misunderstood my 50% of wisdom. And my wisdom is 6. I thought it was going to give me 2 extra. My mistake. That was perfect then. Okay, so I guess the real only action we got is blind a cat here, right? Bit of medicine. I can't remember what it does. Do you remember at the top of your head?
Yes. Well, you can just drag your character over it and read
Oh,
it.
I was wondering where it went. Okay. Removes all debuffs. The damage to the player, amount of debuffs. Okay, so that do nothing for me right now. Okay, let's just go for a blind attack then. Oh, and I crit. What a good day to be alive. Well done, priest. Okay, so there's no limit on this. We haven't done that system. So we even have potion of regen. Adds a regeneration effect. 3. Oh, that's really nice. That's really, maybe a bit strong.
Yeah, no, I really want the heal cards to be strong, but this one also is a little annoying because it keeps playing the sound. Ah!
Oh, yeah, every time you heal, I guess, right? Powered by 1 for whole combat. Ooh, that's pretty nice.
Costs 3 though.
Yeah, yeah. So you hope to get it early, otherwise. I wonder whether should it be 2 power, too strong.
Maybe.
Oh my word, Spacey, thank you, and thanks for keeping us company today. I'll tell you a tale of the old.
I'll tell you a tale of the old Cattenburg, a gem in the desert, a jewel of the earth, an oasis of trade where the merchants did work, but upon them a deep cursed evil did lurk.
Is this part of your Cattenburg anthem? Because Spacey didn't you start writing a song for Cattenburg? And then exchange of claws. Yeah, that was you get to choose which, but you take a bit of damage back. We're gonna go for regen. I quite like it. It seems a strong card. Nice that it can impact the future as well, right? Oh.
Yeah, it's quite useful, like before Mobius.
Ah, yeah, that's true. Does it imply? Does it carry on between battles?
No.
No. Okay, good. Okay, Heavy Rain is a bit of a bummer. Oh, but campfire. Well, it doesn't really negate it.
Because we removed Garrison from the environment cards, you end up seeing Heavy Rain more.
Ah, I see. But if we're in a stormy area, I guess it kind of makes sense. It gives you a bit of a like you'll hate this zone because you get Heavy Rain, and then next zone you'll notice you don't have it, right?
Yeah, you'll just lose your luck characters maybe when you're entering this zone or whatever.
Attack target don't deal 30% extra damage if the target's HP is higher than 75%. Right, so we can do 30% more damage to the bat rat, right? I think.
Calculate.
8. Yeah, that worked. And then we have blind attack and we have threat. The one with the highest attack is threat. We can hope that you go for this top. Oh, I did go for the top one as well. Nice one, Bard. And then we got we might as well reveal a couple more. We got a special actually. Don't think any of our characters need a heal. Yeah, we still don't know what the max health is on the card display, do we? So maybe we can talk about card design this stream.
Right click on the characters.
Yeah. And that'll show their max on that screen, is it?
Yeah, for now, yeah, that's the way.
Okay. Okay, so they're on full health, so it doesn't really make sense to do that. Let's just go for more bully. Bully goes for the lowest health one. To be honest, we don't want to go for that. We hope to hit Bat Rat. Okay, it happened anyway. That's not a problem. Should remember which cards I quite like actually that like the environmental cards are great because they cause more new cards to come onto the deck because they get burnt as well, not just the 3.
Yeah, they help a lot.
Oh, casual bite. His wisdom is down. But thankfully he went for the lowest wisdom character anyway. Okay, so Bat Rat healed himself, silly boy. Well, actually, he can't. He was just doing a big attack. Oh, we got the power potion. Seems a little. Is that in their deck, maybe?
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say actually, I haven't got the. I didn't go to the deck screen.
Yeah. So, what do you feel about that? That's an important issue, I guess.
About what now? That being in their deck.
You don't know where that came from, so you feel weird, right?
Yeah, I almost feel like the enemy should just have like the basic cards plus their special abilities, but like the the starting deck, if you will. But,
Yeah,
I don't know if that works.
So that should apply to the rest of the game as well, or
Versus,
like should it change over time? Like the enemy decks get stronger and it will have different cards later on. Or and why do we have enemy decks?
I wonder how it would feel if they did just have like a basic deck. But the thing is, you can't. The idea is that you could click on their deck and see their deck, right? You don't see which cards are out, but you see everything that's in there, like you can on ours, right?
Yeah. And remember my other offer, like having an extra AP on their cards, or maybe an indicator.
Yeah, yeah, maybe something to say whose deck it's in, just like a corner color or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
A little accent to say that it's from their deck. I think that might be enough, as long as you know, like, once we got proper art from and that as well, it'd feel they'll. I think having the word sometimes is. I don't know. I know it doesn't seem to make sense what I'm saying, but I just feel like having the imagery will probably help you identify a card and go, oh, this is new. Rather than like reading the word and going, did I have that or not? Like, it's easier to remember if you've seen an image before.
Yeah.
The name of it. Okay, so that is still good, but we don't really use that. We've got a special, which is so this is a stun. It might be good to use our stun on Batrat. Let's see what else we find. Blind attack. True strike. Okay, so we can maybe do true strike and true strike is targeted as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder whether. Yeah, we should really. Even like we can stun him, it's not worth it. And what would be nice is if we had a swap card. Then I could put the bard there.
You can still pacify the rat, but deal no damage with bard, so you make sure you don't receive damage next turn.
Okay, let me see what I've got. Blind attack is random when enemy approach. What's that do again? Oh. Do you remember? Okay. Increase power by 3. No. Okay. Actually, is that the right tooltip? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
How would I... Oh, because it goes for a random target, doesn't it? I don't know whether it should. Part of me feels like, should it be situational? I quite like that. Normally it does less of an effect, right? If it is not. So, which is good. We're definitely thinking about it, but... okay, let's entangle anyway. Pacified. The baby it is. And then I guess we can... No harm of us. A little slap.
Yeah.
Okay, let's... Oh, we could have randomized the card as well. I keep forgetting about that. Hey there, Nalaj. Nice to see you. So he's pacified. Pacified, does that mean not attack or no cards?
They cannot attack cards.
So he could have gone on whatever this was, sneak.
Yeah, there's an issue with AI. When they have a pacified character, they don't play on any cards.
Ah, okay, okay. We're aware of that, right?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so we should be rain. I'm trying to like. I like the heavy rain, but I also find it never feels good.
Yeah, it could feel good if enemy turns it on.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. And I think if there's also like a way to maybe spend a little to play safer, that would be interesting. You could find a way where you can play more cautiously. Where you, like we spoke about like a reveal thing where it highlights environment cards on the board for you.
Maybe some minesweeper elements. 2, 1, 2, 3 around it.
Oh, Spacey would like that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is BSDA, Spacey? All right, what have we got? We've already got that threat. We've already got one of those. Two power. We've already got. Say that again.
I like Warcry.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's good. I like the randomness, and 4 turns is great. So let's maybe go to our deck. And do we want to get rid of? I want to get rid of our ultimate. Okay, let's get rid of
Bully and Threat.
one each of them.
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe a blind attack as well. Special we keep in there. Ultimate we keep in there. We're on good health, so I'll take my hide away for now. Yeah, some of the things I'm thinking is like things like approach enemy. It feels like they're better for longer fights, right? Otherwise, it always feels like you just attack.
True. I don't even use intimidate as well.
Yeah,
Never.
even though it's
Because
good.
I attack with warrior, so why should I keep it
Yeah, something to think about, isn't it?
in this?
Yeah, we could use. Yeah, I'm not too sure the solution for it either.
Yeah, it can solve itself with longer fights if we have the defensive line thing, for example. The fights can get longer.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay. Campfire, we're looking good. So we're 6 health down on you, and we're at full health other than. Warcrow's quite good. We might use it on Priest, hope that we get ourselves a warrior buff. Oh, okay, that's fine. Garrison's good for next turn, is it? Character gains 5 luck and pacified. Oh yeah, you changed it. I forgot now. So you can't do anything, but you can. You're likely to dodge, right?
I failed it. I missed the space after pacify.
I noticed, but I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to make a fuss.
Thank you.
Let's randomize this card. Ultimate. Okay, that's not a bad thing to have. I think. Oh, do you know what? If we had 2 ultimates, it'd be great.
Yeah.
We buff and then do it, but I don't think we do. We got 2 points for those. 1 point here. 2 points here. Sorry. So let's go one more. Double ultimate. Cattenburg Anthem.
Let's go.
Whirlwind. Ah, beautiful. Popping off 5 health off of all the rats. Alright, that was good. Hey there, Lynx, how you doing? Nice to see you. Okay, a regen potion down there. We're not low on health yet. Okay, he's doing the sacrifice. Ah, Batrat, what a champ. Oh, does he do that per enemy, their sacrifice?
Yeah.
Hang on. Right there.
Yes. Oh, got it.
Self for 20 and heals ally. Yeah, I don't know if his vitality is 9. And he went down to 3 health. Oh no, I'd hit him for 5. No problem. Ignore that. I think it works fine. I'm creating the first boss track. What music do you mean by track there? Okay, let's recycle. Oh, we've got an attack card there. That's quite okay. Those are the HP is higher than 75%. Is it targeted? It is. So I think we could go for. Hang on, well, 75% of 15. 7.5 plus. No,
It's not.
just under, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, that card's not so great for us. Let's convert that. Use it this turn. True strike, that'll do. Okay, so it feels like we're going to use it on Slime Rat. But we'll see what we got first. These are going to do a decent amount of damage too. They'll do 6. Yeah, we're running out. Alright, get your true strike. We got a blind attack we can try, and then we can heal or a defend, I guess. You've got the most health. Get you defending a warrior because he's around health. And then let's go and get a blind attack. Yeah, nice, nice.
Lucky roll.
Nice, that sounds good, Lynx. Is that how far away is that boss fight from when I played your game? We just need to do some damage, I guess, here, right? Yeah, it's just like times like this. I feel like I'm just looking for red cards all the time. I'm not too sure the best solution.
Well, specials and ultimates are almost red.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, you're right. I imagine they should be different colors or something, right? Okay, so
They should be shiny.
hologram. So our best attack here would probably be to pacify him.
And
To be honest, no, Whirlwind would kill that, wouldn't it?
Holy Rain kills it too, so Pacify plus Holy Rain works.
Could work. You a bit of a stun. Holy Rain now. There's a bit of health back as well. And then I guess we can look for a heal card maybe. Check out the Heavy Rain, but it didn't count. Okay, that's fine. I guess that's a little bit of a bug as well, but that's okay. Heal card. No. Alright, well we can approach the enemy. No luck, but look around power. It is good actually self-buffing in hope of finding an ultimate next turn, right?
Sure. But it's, I don't know, it's a rare situation.
Yeah. It feels like it's if you're playing a game of averages and that doesn't make sense.
Card Heavy Rain, really. And you knew it was there because you...
Oh yeah, that was my fault.
And Tangle could have killed it. Hits with 50% wisdom.
Oh yeah. Okay. Uh-oh. Damn it. Bicycle, did you go? Did you change the name of that? Instead of recycle to bicycle. I like that if you do.
No, I didn't.
What? Maybe I thought I was clever. Damn it. Do we not have an attack? Okay, there we go.
Sad. There you go.
Okay, a surprising formation. 2 left for allies at 3 turns, so that's next turn, defense, and this turn, defense, and next attack as well. Not a bad little buff one. We'll go for that, I think. Hello,
Yep.
Miss Griffin. These were not really like realistically. I feel like I'm not really wanting to use defend at the moment.
You used it once.
Say that again. Sorry.
You used it once, but you have to, I guess.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, there wasn't many options. You know. Specials are good. The heal is still useful. Is that nerfed now, or is it still 10? Still 10. The heal.
It is nerfed, but I didn't change the tooltip.
Okay, cool.
Don't trust the tooltips.
Good. The head-to-head is good. I quite like that. The general attack is good. The sidestep, we don't feel we make. It is useful for when we want to stun and stuff. I guess, right? We should keep
maybe we should change some of the skills to hit the opposite more. I don't.
Yeah, yeah. Also, part of me was thinking, should move be an action you can perform anyway? Like you can move for free every turn, for example. I did think about that because that's what it's such a sacrifice. Or you can play on more than one card or something. Because it feels like basically, I think one of the biggest issues we've got with gameplay at the moment is that we can only play on one, and so we never play these buffs because we can only play on the one, and we want to attack to kill them, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Does the idea of playing multiple cards work? It could be too strong. I feel.
Yeah.
Maybe you can only like attack. Your turn ends with an attack.
I mean, the environment cards make sense. You reveal it, you get your buff, then you can attack or things like that.
Yeah, yeah. But the other ones, they're good for future planning. I think they're well designed. Like the idea behind it is good. It's just due to the restrictions of our game at the moment. It feels like it's hard to want to make those decisions. If I wasn't the dev, I don't know, would I be doing it? You know?
Yeah.
Or would I be trying to just kill them? And also whether like longer fights would encourage that more, like much longer, like twice the length of the fights, for example.
So I increased the number of encounters now, so you need to keep your HP higher.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so we got Unrats. Unrats does takes wisdom off, and then he does extra damage. Oh, /R/NLF.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, is that meant to be new line?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. I see. Okay, no problems. Okay, special is good. We can either heal, we don't need that, or we can stun one as well. Sneak. What does sneak do again? Is it hide? But yeah, okay, that's quite a handy one. Since we don't need healing, it might be good for the priest to do that. Head to head is decent for the warrior to kill the rat. True strike is great for
Nothing.
a warrior on. Well, the unrat wouldn't be dead, but
Yeah, you can do that.
it feels like a lot of damage.
Because otherwise they will use True Strike on you.
Yeah, that's another point. But yeah, whether we could hop onto another card, I wonder how that would work. Because then that's that balance between you don't just all reveal looking for the best card. Because you're like, oh, well, I need to save points for how many attacks I want to do as well. But I feel it was one of our ideas initially that we didn't want that to be a thing. Right, 3 left. So we've got...
So, you can see that I have a border around the environment cards now.
Oh, well, the grey ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what to use there, but so it indicates that you cannot place a card on it.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Nice. Nice. Pop up.
So I was thinking maybe your character goes back to its initial location and you can play it again, but the card you just played becomes gets that border as well, like locked. So you can hop on another one.
Say that again.
You played warrior on whatever card you played there.
Right.
So it comes back like it used to happen to a mage, I guess.
Oh. Yeah, what, where the character flies back?
Mm-hmm.
So what are you saying, that it does that with campfire? Sorry, just
No.
remind me of your whole point. I'm a bit confused.
Yeah, so we were thinking about the hopping on another card thing.
Right.
So you can play it on another card again, if you like.
So I could play the warrior on another card again.
Yeah. Maybe we can make use of their wisdom that way.
Oh, like the individual wisdom is like how many times they can... Yeah. So then you limit the super strong ones. That is an interesting mechanic. It feels like your action points are put like per character then. Although I did write actually recently. Let me consult the archives. So we were looking at attributes, and action points is down here. Where it says it's not an attribute as they calculate it by wisdom, but it is an idea we thought about. That makes it more viable for me, Brain, actually, because like we could make it so warrior only has 1.
Mm-hmm.
But it also changes the balance of cards that buff you this turn or for next turn.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we just need to change those. If you can use them at the same turn you play them, then we just make it last for less long, right?
Yeah.
Because it's still powerful if you buff yourself for 2 and then attack. It feels like a little combo. It might be quite satisfying, actually.
Could be, but again, then what's the team action points and how many cards will you be able to reveal then? That's too powerful.
Maybe wisdom gives you the action. There's still the like reveal points. Still, but maybe less. We need to come up with a new formula, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a big change, so it's definitely one to think about. I don't know whether we want to do it, but okay, I should try and kill some things, right? Special, so I could stun this one, but I'd kill it if I did it for that. But I'm not gonna make it there. Let's do one more reveal. Oh, curses! It's heavy rain. All right, so at this point, I'm guessing I'm just gonna. Oh, we got head to head as well, actually. Head to head with the, if we crit, oh well, we've got low luck now, unlikely. Sad. Okay, and then we can entangle this one down here. Ah, yes, the trap. Man, the trap is strong. I haven't seen a trap for ages, Brain. I, I like a trap. That's good. Somehow a trap, getting self-trapped is better than rained.
Yeah.
I feel. Don't know if it's just because like my luck being reduced makes me feel like, oh, well now I'm just gonna get a bit crapper the next couple of turns. Okay. What if we
Head to head with warrior?
say that again?
Head to head with warrior?
Yeah, yeah.
Easy puzzle, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I do. I like that element, although the fact you use the word like puzzle there is indeed it, isn't it? It's like you make a mini puzzle for yourself. That's what we had good with the original Cattenburg. Is that, you know, you had a certain puzzle to solve and you had to do it the right way and optimize it. That's... Attack the tank enemy, both you and the enemy roll roll luck dice to get pacified or not. So how does that work mechanically?
I don't know the exact numbers, but yeah, I literally have 2 different random ranges for each character. And they both get specified, maybe one get specified only.
Yeah, but it's based on their luck stack, how likely they are to pass, is it? Or
Yes.
yeah, okay. Luck by 2 for whole combat.
Zero luck character would definitely get that specified.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense. That's great, actually. Ooh. Yeah, I'm just realizing the max HP for combat probably isn't that good. Because if it doesn't last for more than one fight, and you're probably going to take that much damage in the turn.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah, that's a point.
It also heals you, by the way, by 3.
Yeah, I guess that's a slight other perk of it, right? But an expensive heal. Maybe we can make it cheaper.
Sure.
Up it for 1 or something. Okay, so flag rat. And true strike that, and then we can go for threat, and that should maybe kill it. 9 plus 3. Let's see if we can get a better card.
Like heavy rain? Okay, you already have heavy rain.
Yeah. Targeted enemy. Yeah, it's not gonna definitely give us more credit. All right, well, let's go for the old true strike on you, and then we'll go with the priest for the threat, hoping we get a crit. We did get a crit, nice. And then we need to. Well, we could hope for a special here, maybe, or a struggle. I'm trying to think of whether there's a better card for us. Head to head. Head to head's decent here. Although they've got 0 luck, so it will stun them. I've only got 1 though, so let's try it. Try struggle. Okay, they're pacified. I'm not, by the looks of it. Yeah. That'll do.
With one luck.
Is it a 3-sided die, maybe? Oh wow, big hit, big hit. Yeah, giving them more turns to hit. Like, the health goes down pretty quick when if they get a few turns to hit. I think what tends to happen is we can kill one on their first turn, and then they're much less of a threat, right? Okay, let's... Oh, nice. Ultimate. Oh, crap, less good. Go for the Cattenburg Anthem, I feel. 5 and 9. So we just need ways to attack these. Now, Bully is going to be... we might find better ways. It's not great here. What have we got? We got a specific attack card. We have True Strike. True Strike and Bully could be good. Yeah. True Strike you. 14 True Strike. Now that's a mighty attack. Nice. Okay, cool. Highest Wisdom. Target and lower their wisdom by your wisdom amount. Crikey, all the wisdoms. That's quite good though. I like that. Lowest ally heights behind the character for 4. Can they still do anything or no?
I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Let's just go with that. Okay, so we're... Oh yeah, you fixed the thing that it adds them back in as well. Oh yeah, that was the array thing, wasn't it?
Remove single.
Stake. Let's stick with that. And let's go with the difficult route. So our health at the moment is pretty fine, but he's taken 10 health. He's probably the worst health of them. We've got 2 unrats. Wisdom card would come in handy for us here. Power potion. Power potion could be useful as well. I'm wondering whether we use it on one of the weaker characters. I'm going to take it. Okay, he's got extra power for the rest of the combat. And then we need to look at our specials. So we can intimidate. We can take... Yeah, that might be good. Take a bit of power off of him so he doesn't do much damage. And then the priest... we don't have any debuffs. We can sneak, but we might get something better. Head to head might be alright. Oh, trap. Okay, so head to head it is. Go unrat, we'll fuck you on the head. Hello there. Oh, the hair is poking up. It's not meant to. Meant to be just a short version of what it was, but because it's so short, it doesn't really fall on itself. So and if I sleep on it, it ends up just going really up, as you can see. So yeah, I think I like it a little bit more once it gets a bit longer, but I like it generally speaking. Thank you, Holstein. All right, that was good. So this one can't really do much this time. They healed. Campfire. Dare the rats use the campfire.
Oh, priest. Danger.
Oh, infected as well. Well, we did have a... is it here? Yeah. Take 1 damage, but I can get rid of that at least. Priest is low though, so we could do his stunning. Yeah. I guess it'll do a random one, right?
You could just heal yourself with special now and get rid of the infected again.
Oh, healing gets rid of it, does it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't think of that. Well, now we got an ultimate, I feel. Give him a bit of hit. He had extra damage as well, it made sense.
Yeah,
right.
So I changed the swapping, so it takes consideration. I mean, they swap with the empty card as well.
Oh, good. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so I know I had some attack cards down here. Kind of want some Healy cards though, I think. Oh, I think I got... I don't have heal in my deck. I do... No, I got 1 heal. Targeted
Also,
here. Fine.
the ones that just got replaced are your cards, remember?
Yeah, that's a point. I can't remember which ones they used.
I only know the top right one.
Yeah, that's the one I remembered. Okay, let's heal ourselves. Special. Another attack I shouldn't have done. Randomize. Heal.
Struggle?
What's that? Oh yeah, it's only 5 now, that's nice. Now I think we're gonna go for... The struggle is the luck dice, we might stun them. They both got 4 luck, mind, and I've got none, so that's not great right now.
Yeah, I know.
Let's... Oh. Alright, blind attack it is. Bosh.
Let's go.
Well, at least we're in a slightly better health situation, even if we... That's kind of what you want, is turns like that where they may not be dead, but you're in a better position than you were before.
Yeah.
So this boy's buffed himself. He's got no luck. So that means, what you call it, would be good on him. Struggle. because we got a good chance of pacifying him. So we're going to go for struggle on him. Pacified. Oh, we're both pacified, which is a bit of a shame. But is it just for... No, 2 turns. So this and next turn?
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't matter for us then, right?
Yeah, I should change that. Actually, it should be 3 turns for us and 2 turn for them.
Or 3 for both. It doesn't matter for them, I guess, right? Okay, so yeah, that one's done. We want to worry about this one. If we could get a ultimate, we would be happy. Again, is this the wisdom one? Yeah, okay.
Is the wisdom.
Lower their wisdom by your wisdom amount. I can lower their... Okay, that would be...
It's a regular attack, actually.
Oh, so it hits for 3. Oh, sorry, power, right?
Yeah.
Do I get to choose where? Oh, well, no, because they've both got the same, haven't they? That's okay. That's okay. Campfire's a nice find at this point. We'll double check. Don't find ourselves a nice.
So if we ever go for wisdom 8 action points per character,
yeah,
basically getting them to 0 is stunning them.
Ah, that's interesting. But well, if it impacts action points rather than wisdom, I guess, right?
Yes.
Because at the moment, wisdom is like how many cards you draw, which is quite interesting. It does kind of relate to wisdom, I feel, right?
Yes.
All right, blind or head to head. That one's pacified, so we should hope for a blind attack. Unless we've got. Nice. Okay, good. We've got one. Oh, poor Unrat couldn't go. Surprising formation do again. I shall find myself in luck here. 2 strikes, so we can finish him off. I was just wondering if we could get a bit of a heal or something here. Rival card. Struggle. I guess we didn't have any survival cards in. Special. Special would heal. Take 2 and then yeah, we can do. Let's heal Bard. The warrior is quite low actually as well. And then let's attack with. Though he has no luck, so I'm probably stunning myself, but in that case. Okay, yeah, I mean that's okay. It's a nice choice to have, I guess. That in. All right, one tough fight, and then we're on to Mobius. Mobius. Oh, the slime rats. This is a nasty fight.
Yes, it is.
Okay, let's get some info on our board. Oh, double trap. Campfire counters it. That's ridiculous. Okay, so we... sneak might be good to get a bit of extra damage in, and it'll hide this turn, right? And priest is low. Priest is going to hide this turn and do a bit more next turn. And then the head-to-head and blind cats might be... blind might be good. Ooh, we got an ultimate, though. I think ultimate's going to do more actually, is it? 50% across 3 of them. Versus 2 plus 6. Yeah, it does 9 versus 8. I think we're going to go for a whirlwind. Yeah, indeed, Halsey, indeed.
Oh, 1 dodged.
Oh, did it? Fine. See, because they get moved around, I didn't notice that, actually. Oh, True Strike is in. Ooh. Bit of medicine. Okay, silly slime rat. He had no debuff. Oh, okay. This is the you can't hide again. I like that, brain. Yeah, great job. So these are going to be our cards. They went for like, what do you call it? No, they played along here. So it's actually interesting because the memory element of the game was like meant to be remembering where cards are, but also if you remember where the cards were played, then it adds to it. It definitely does. We never wanted to make memory like too big of a part of it because someone can always write down shit, and you don't. You want people who do that to have a slight advantage, right? But not. You don't want to feel like you have to do it.
By the way, I made it so if you're exposed, you cannot dodge as well. So it's
Oh.
interesting. We can use it as a debuff as well. You can expose a creature.
Yeah,
So
like expose armor is an ability I've seen in a game before. So like, yeah, like yeah, that like put mark 'em, and it basically means that you're guaranteed a hit on them.
or like skills that hit extra damage on exposed targets and whatever.
And does it mean they can't hide as well, right? Still, so yeah, I think that works. You can't hide and you can't dodge.
Yes.
I like that. Okay, so we're in a bit of a situation. Warrior's very low on health. A special here might be good.
Yeah, definitely.
Get our warrior boy up.
Gotta heal priest before Mobius as well, because Mobius hits crit for 12 damage, I guess.
That's a point. True Strike is good in this case. It'd be good if we can get a Cattenburg with it. I could defend, actually, the priest with the bard. We're going to go for one of the lowest ones. Well, we might be able to kill it, actually. Exchange of claws. 3 damage. We can crit it. We take a chance on that, but we've got one more card so we can heal. Head to head. I would go for that one. Don't know if I've got a card that's going to do me the favor here, so I might actually not.
Not many options, no.
I guess the only one is we don't have a card that uses luck or anything. It's all wisdom to do extra damage.
No, you didn't get the lucky strike reward.
That's fine. Okay, so I think we will probably just go for... This is a targeted one? Yeah. At least we can go for him. Didn't crit, unfortunately. Okay.
Hope for a trap.
Yeah, trap would be good. Huh, potion. Yeah, they haven't got any attacks. Oh, sneaky boy on 1 health. Oh, Warcry. Warcry's actually quite dangerous at this point.
So, if you kill one and only 2 left, it's really useful to use the Abasing Slap and get their wisdom down, so they get less action points next turn.
So they what? So they can't reveal stuff, is it? Or
yeah.
ultimate is good. Not gonna hit him. Could give us a good Cattenburg anthem, maybe. Well, actually, how much does it? The self heal. Actually, all of us need a heal. Let's do Holy Rain.
Yeah, definitely.
And then let's.
They both dodged. Wow.
It's a shame, eh?
It's okay. I buffed Holy Rain, so you get good amount of health now.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
Oh. Okay. So we're gonna go for. Threat. That could target that one. The threat could, and I've got head to head. Let's. Yeah, I think we've got to go blind and. Actually, yeah, the head to head has got to be used by you. Yeah, what happens if I do head to head? Would it go for a random one because he's hidden? I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, Uno, you are too kind. Right, let's. I guess to be honest, hitting this one would be good at this point. It's lower on health. And it means we can one-shot it next turn. We're doing okay on the health front. Warrior needs a bit. Priest is pretty much full, right? Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, campfire.
It's alright.
Did Did the one with 2 health just defend? He did, didn't he? Yeah, so this one, if we go for a fat attack on this, I need to pay attention where they're going. Okay, I think this, if we go True Strike on you, yeah, I thought that would kill that as well. Does really reduce the damage though. I think it halves the damage and splits it or something like that, if I remember correctly. Special is good for a stun here.
So I guess this is how it gets bugged. The instigator died, but their effect didn't get removed.
Ah. That's a point. Yeah, we should
Hey, you know.
yeah, it's something we should check. Are you noting down some of these things, by the way, or no?
Sorry, what?
Have you been noting down any of these bugs?
Yes,
Yeah, I assume so. I just realized that I haven't. I was hoping you. Okay, we do need to heal up, but their health is getting really big at the moment. Their damage, sorry. So I kind of feel like we need to try and kill them as well, or at least stun them. So I think we're going to stun one. Oh yeah, he took the full amount actually. So it's just the icon. It doesn't have the defending state.
Yeah, the icon definitely.
Yeah. Okay, and then we're gonna look for. Actually, struggle might be quite. Actually, no. It's a good sidestep. Not gonna do us any good. Those are the fittest. Blind attack. Okay, this is tricky. We could die next turn. Which ones are these again? If they're higher ascent, no, they're not. Blind attack or blind attack.
You won't die.
Could die. They both. Oh, one's pacified. I see your point. But this could crit. Oh, the damage is down though. It was only buffed for that turn. Hey, head to head, head to. So,
Wow. 7 damage.
yeah, this one. I think we need to really target him at the moment, don't we? But maybe the switch position card could have like a and buff the target, but give them 1 power or something like that.
Okay.
Just to make it feel like less of a I'm sacrificing my turn just for position.
Yeah, making it 0 action points didn't help much.
Yeah, no, because it takes. I think the value in it being your 1 of 3 actions is much more than 1 AP.
Sure.
At least you feel like you're contributing more.
You can always use regen, priest, but
Oh, what, to heal up while we try and stay alive? Yeah, that's a good shout actually.
I don't know how many turns will this game last though.
We're gonna go for it anyway. I'm going for it. So, the bully is highest. So we can attack him with bully. That's gonna get that one on. Oh, a war cry and bully would kill one.
Yeah.
Oh no, no! Buff the priest. I didn't think of that.
Nice.
Ah, dear.
Reveal 1 more then? Or 2?
Target enemy. No.
Well,
Be handy. Actually, let's reveal 1 more first, and then do that if we find a nice 2. All right, basing highest wisdom. They're both on the same wisdom. Lower the wisdom. No, that's not. This is it. All right. So I guess we can get rid of that. Blast. Okay. But blind attack it is a bully. Bully. Oh dear. Okay, that health was really nice. I forget it's every turn, so it's at the end. That makes it much stronger, actually.
it is strong and it is satisfying that it is strong.
Yeah, yeah. You play it immediately, you think I'm not going to benefit, and then end of turn you do. And...
Time is coming.
Oh.
Oh, warrior is stunned.
How did I get stunned? Was it his ability?
Yeah.
Body slam. 20%. So he did his... How much attack did he do? 10% vitality. How much do these have? 15. So that'd be 2. 2 to everyone, and he stunned the poor warrior. So what's the difference between stun and pacify? Pacify just means you can't attack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a big difference. Oh, I didn't mean to reveal that. That's fine.
Warrior is low as well now.
Yeah, it's tricky. Well, we might just do an exchange of claws. Mind you, 50% of their power. That's a lot to get hit.
Yeah.
Because he's on 7. If he was special, special's good.
Just kill the bully.
Yeah, I agree with you. So if we do that, and then we can stun this one, I think. Oh, he dodged, but it still stunned him. That's something we should look at, maybe. I don't know whether did we want them to be tied together.
Not sure. So I kept it as is.
Yeah. What's the squeak noise for? I forgot. Is that when you stun? Okay, it's such a weird noise.
Both adding and removing the effect plays the same sound.
Yeah. Well, at the moment, I think you can only attack once. It might be good for us to draw out this round. It might be something for us to concern ourselves with if you keep an enemy alive for too long and like heal your whole party. A game, I think, was it Slayer Spire that manages this? I can't. No, Darkest Dungeon. Where if you keep them alive for too long, they get reinforcements in, right?
Yes, I guess.
Yeah. Just because this can only attack one now, right? So we could, for example, I could buff our luck. Oh, trap. That's not. Well, threat would definitely be an attacker, so would bully. Not going to be enough to kill him. We're kind of looking for heal cards, I was really, but none of them have gotten them. Okay, that's fine. Let's just threat and bully. Unless he crits. No, he crit.
You were unlucky with the rewards again. You could get more like meow mix snack and whatever.
Yeah.
Heal cards.
We can always allow like a shop in one of the towns where you can buy some cards to help forge your deck in a direction a bit. So it's not only RNG.
You need an holy rain now before you end the fight.
Campfire's a nice start. Ah. Oh, and we crit. Nice. Okay, well that means I didn't get a chance to heal anymore, but that's it. It's not too bad. We could be in a worse position. Down 10 health on both of these. Attack the lowest luck target power. Oh, that's... Mobius luck is quite high, isn't it?
Yeah, don't get arbitrary impositioning against Mobius. It's not useful. Well, it's useful against the rats.
Yeah. Hey, Irish Junk Games. How nice to see you. Thanks for popping by. Partly Atomic. Battle Royale mode. We're working on it. A closing zone. Not been done before, but we're willing to try. Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad attack for opening up. I still like that. Right, let's have a look. What do we want to take into our last battle? Oh, I can't. The map is going under the map. Okay, I get... Oh, there we go. Fixed it. Just a third time lucky it went over it. Right, is this some that we probably don't want? I'm going to get rid of surprising formation right now. Yeah, let's... Defend could come in handy. And hide. Bring all the defensive cards back, shall we? Mobius, let's go! It's the bloody rain. Okay, so, 2 specials available to us. I'm not so much concerned about the rat special damaging us next turn. I'd like if I could stun this boy. We've got a special, but we need to move him up to be able to do that. Struggle is... he's got a lot of luck. I got a feeling Mobius isn't going to stun that. We can definitely stun these though. So it'd be good maybe for the priest to do that on one of these. Has he actually got defend, or is that just the same icon somehow?
Yeah, his defense just stays when it bugs.
Yeah, right. I think struggle's probably the right thing, and then we got 2 specials we can use. Or we can heal with the special as well. That's another option. And we actually, yeah, because we can kill one of these. So let's not bother doing that actually. Let's... Okay, let's heal. Who are we going to heal? Bard, warrior. Bard. And then we're going to go for...
So head-to-head kills one, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I think that was the plan. And then we then go for a special to lock this one out, I guess. With just Mobius to go with. Let's have a look at a couple more cards.
It's just annoying that they have 12 action points. Well, that feels like a boss at least.
Oh, what? Oh, it's because one of them was pacified. That's the bug, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That was lucky for us. Very lucky, actually. That's a bit of a shame. So we could sidestep you, and then we can look at stunning Mobius with your entangle, which is handy. Then we just need to kill the lowest health one. Ultimate heal do good as well. Okay, let's not give more information away. Oh, he's healed himself a little bit. But he was stunned. So yeah, really, he's just giving info to us through revealing. Something we should maybe consider with the AI is if they're the only one not to reveal cards. Okay, True Strike is good. That's 3 though, and then what have we got after that? We can just get full-on attacks. Garrison do again. That's the pacify for... To be honest, that might be good on the priest. We're going to try it. Just because it means they're likely to dodge, and they can just do their supporting still, you know? We can still get our warrior to True Strike, hit for 9, hopefully. And then... let's see if we can get an attack card. What's this now? If their HP is higher than 75, which it isn't, place that one. Change of... No, I don't want to get hit with that. Okay, let's just get... Oh, dodge the swine. Okay, so we might get the first Mobius attack somehow.
We will see.
Uh-oh. He's gone for flesh armor. Is that?
Yeah.
Damage self at 8% of current HP and defend with buff to all allies, which would have been nice if there was others up, right?
Well, it defends itself too, so...
Yeah. So that means takes half damage, I think, right?
Hmm?
Right. Ah. No. The pacifier's not that important. Yes. The head-to-head here, let's just... That should do 3 damage then, isn't it? Yeah. At this point, I guess... Ah, there we go. Ah, it counts as an attack. Holy Rain, yeah, because it does attack. Damn it. How many turns is it? There's the Cattenburg Anthem just for the one turn, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not really useful that way.
Okay, so I guess we will just...
Sneak and hide.
yeah, because I'm only going to do 1 damage, aren't I? Pick you up because you can actually attack and then you can hide yourself. Shh. Shh. Such sound effect. I love how the quick playthrough it always takes like an hour as well. Oh, we have a card position bug.
Yeah.
Weird. Is he still
So it-
defended or is it just bugged?
So it happened when it was defending. I'll check that. I guess it gets fixed after the game
Yeah.
because the board is recreated. Bug. Yeah, he never unga bungas this.
Do we have 2 attacks here? Yeah. Warrior can take more damage. Go for... And then threat. Come on, priest, finish him off. Yeah. Clubbed him good. Mobius gives us shiny lucky strike that we've been wanting for a while. There we go. Right, okay. So I won't go through a whole lot at a time, but I managed with all my characters at least, which is nice. Last time we lost a character, didn't we?
We did.
Alright, I'm just going to go and grab a drink and then I'm happy to have a chat about, I guess, some of the feels from it and then some of the things we've been chatting about recently as well, I guess, right? Sounds good to you?
Good, all good.
Alrighty, I'll be right back.
So one of the things we need to discuss is, guess, enemy deck cards showing up.
Hello, Mr. Brain.
Hi.
Hi, hi. Okay, we're back. So, it was good. I'm trying to think what was the main kind of feels from that. From like a player experience sort of thing. I think we discussed some of them, but
Yeah,
a
so
couple
the
of them down.
basic change from the previous version compared to the previous version was like the separation of decks, and you did feel weird seeing some of the cards that you don't own.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, that is something I commented.
yeah, we talked about that. I'm still not sure if like seeing the indicator that showing which deck that they belong to. I mean the cards is enough.
Yeah. It's the opposite problem, right? Was like last time we had the idea of the enemies using your cards. You're like, no, but I think that's an interesting mechanic as well. But there was also the slight concern that if we made it so they only use your deck, then there's a chance that like you could make decks to stop them from being able to heal and stuff.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So yeah, I'm not too sure whether like what the right way to do it is. My gosh, yeah, thank you, Braid. I was trying to find the bloody button to do it. I don't understand. Where was it? Oh yeah, it was just off the screen because I clicked them too low on the screen. Silly.
That happens. The tooltip edge detection doesn't work.
Yeah, yeah. Kind of like our one, right?
Yes. Uh,
Okay.
yeah. So as
Let's go through this feedback. So you're saying like the main difference in build, was that there are two separate decks. So it did feel odd that the cards we choose, we draw, so include those by the enemy, those from enemy deck, because it felt like we were drawing cards. What's your gut on this? Do you feel like you should try it with just a single deck?
well, I don't know. That's why I offered having more AP costs on enemy cards, but I don't know if it's solving anything.
Well, the other issue, like you said, is that it means that you're not drawing from your deck all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Which can be, it means that I think you raised this the other day, that it's like you're only 50% of the time you're going to be drawing from your deck, so you're making that deck drawing, like searching for your own cards, is more difficult.
Yeah.
And the way we solved this before was either we have separate areas with no shared cards. The shared cards was nice from a memory point of view, right? I think, but maybe that's just a romantic idea of mine, is to have that little feeling you get where you see someone reveal something and then you can use it next turn, because you still get that idea that you reveal cards and you don't use them and you can remember where they are, right?
Yeah.
So like I think maybe I need to try and drop some of the little kind of, I say romantic, you know what I mean? It's like just romanticized ideas is maybe what I'm talking about, where it's a fair point, but it's not. I don't feel like it's maybe worth not being flexible with the design of that.
True.
So okay, so the options, if we possible solutions to this would be, is there like, if we keep two decks, I don't know if we have any options for that, but if we just use okay, yeah, the keep two decks options would be to just have a like the decks in different areas. What we've got to think about is also is how are we going to get different feelings on enemies other than specials and ultimates, you know?
Yes.
And that can come from the support card. I was thinking about that support cards could be used as a way to do like special ability things, you know? Like the enemy can have really unfair ones that lets them do really cool things. And that
Yeah.
could be the way they do stuff. Sorry, go on.
With your defensive line idea, I thought about this before, and maybe and you also mentioned the support cards having the drop anywhere support. Dro-
Drop. What?
drop card anywhere, and there's another behavior like that. Like you don't have to place a support card on a card.
Oh, right. Yes, they're just insta use ones, right?
Yeah, maybe we have another behavior like you place it in a row or something, so it adds a defensive thing on that row.
Ooh, okay. How would that work? Hang on. So what? There's it. Like, let's just say the card is like defend row. Let's give it a really basic name. I play it on any card on the row, or I choose a row, and then
You
that.
can actually really add a minion in that row.
Yeah, yeah. So it adds like a defensive unit to your
Yeah,
to a row.
it
Oh, so you're
depends.
saying that the support cards can do right? Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Are you thinking from an enemy point of view of how to make them have abilities in that?
Mhm.
Um, let's talk more about how that will change stuff in a mo. Let's just go through the basics of if we keep the different solutions. So keep the two decks. It means that we'd have to have like two separate areas. Where enemies play one side, players play another side. So using one deck is just all slot cards from the player deck. So the negatives, maybe I shouldn't have. Can I press it? Not make the book, please. I don't. Software. No. What? I don't understand. Sorry, brain. This isn't it. Okay. Shift tab was the answer. Okay, so we have the one deck solution. Our two decks thing. So I just wanted to have like a pros and cons sort of thing, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think you can insert tables.
Yeah, it feels like usually a double-edged sword, but maybe we can find a way.
Yeah. So the pros of this is players draw from their deck. Only feels the kind of statistical gambling is fairer, and the hand draw is more predictable.
Yes.
A con to this would be that I guess enemies will not have their own deck, which means could make it difficult to give them personality.
My main issue with this is not this one. This can be fixed with more environment cards, maybe that helps enemies in that area. That has some harmony with the enemies.
Right, right.
The main issue is that enemies play on player cards.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So as your deck gets stronger, your enemies does too, essentially. Right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the other pro from this? Oh, you no longer see strange cards or unexpected cards. Revealing cards. Revealing. It also deals with the issue of you no longer are at an advantage to reveal the last replaced cards, since you knew these would be supplied from your deck. Because it kind of encourages just the same cards to be played over and over and over. when if you're trying to draw from your own cards, like it seems it's a non. You're not getting a good risk and reward thing.
So the second pro you wrote was actually
I can't,
a con for another scenario, like
yeah.
because you like the idea of seeing strange cards, so you know more about them. Maybe you want them in your deck, so you wait for them in the rewards.
That's the. I guess that's the positive of the 2-1, right? Is that you can see enemies use those things. You just can't use them yourself. But also, well, yeah, I guess. So what we're gonna say here is that you can still see enemy see cards you don't own. Can't play them. Gives the curiosity. Or builds interest. The player without punishing them. Enemy cards they don't. One of the big cons for the 2 decks is like I feel that like half the board is uninteresting to you.
Yeah,
It's not a big deal, but it feels like you're just focusing on the one side, but it's not the end of the world, I guess. It also, I guess, we have less cards to choose from. We'd run out of cards run out of cards on the current AP model, for example. Or you could at least. The pros of other pros of using 2 separate decks. We can still give enemies special cards. Actually, this is a big one where we can give enemies special, maybe overpowered cards that we only want enemies or bosses to use. Maybe it can be like like trading card games or Pogs, if you ever play Pogs, where when you defeat an enemy, you get to take some of their cards. They did have something nice in there. That'd be interesting. Okay. Do you have any more pro cons for these?
thinking.
Okay, no pros. No, that's no rush at all. I guess a slight con is you will cycle through your deck very quickly, but that's fine for having bigger decks.
Yeah, you can start with a bigger deck, even if that's an issue. We can increase the minimum amount of cards in your deck.
To be honest, we can even have a smaller amount of cards on the floor on the table if we wanted.
Yeah.
So that we get through them, because otherwise it's so hard to explore all of the cards that are down if they're all yours. I mean, I think that's true at the moment in a way. Okay. Why are you putting the cards on the floor? I probably said something stupid. Just ask. I can't remember what I said.
Because that's the main mechanic.
And so I guess the con can be confusing to first-time players. They aren't allowed to touch some cards. Well, I guess custom card backs would help that.
Touch some cards. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like if it had like an enemy face and it was a different color the backs.
Because you said two decks doesn't actually mean 2 separate areas always, but in this case, we are meaning to have two separate areas, I guess.
Oh yeah, yeah. That because we're trying to solve the problem of that we could draw enemy cards. So we're trying to prevent solutions to drawing enemy cards. Two decks but separate. Not card areas, I guess. A pro for both of them would be that. Yeah, that you get to draw from your own cards only.
Yeah, we'll probably try to get the shared area in for this one. So a con is probably redesigning the UI is much more difficult in this case.
In which case, sorry?
And not the UI, but the actual layout of the board is difficult because like you have three different areas to design. The player side, the enemy side, and the shared side.
Right. Right. You saying this in regards to what's your big point with this, sorry?
So we're still trying to add new features to the game, like the defensive line and everything, and we need some
Right.
space. But if we choose to have three different areas, we also need some uh margin
Yeah,
between
yeah.
those areas.
I almost feel like we don't need the shared area.
Okay.
In these solutions, it doesn't look like we've got a shared area, right?
Yeah. So how do you feel about the last separate decks, separate areas image I sent you?
What,
Like
we're in the middle?
yeah.
Let me find it and show it to chat. Fine, is it? Yeah. I don't think I liked it massively,
Yeah.
but it kind of, I don't know. Anyone in chat has an opinion. If we laid it out like this instead, it kind of makes sense, right?
What if you make it vertical?
Hold on. Well, I'll get this. I'll share my screen as well, so you don't have to.
Delightful.
Put it in love.
Sure.
Magical. So, like, vertical, like this, you're saying, right?
Yes, so switch the characters and slot cards positions of them. So
Uh,
they face each other again.
oh,
The,
what,
the,
putting them, okay, sorry, I see what you're saying. So these go down here, and these would go here. Is that what you're saying?
yes.
And then the same with these. We lose a little bit of this, like, you've got like a table full of flipped over cards, right? So it just feels like we got like we've been dealt a hand here, right?
Yeah. And also we lose the tree fall damages the whole row.
Yeah.
Thing.
We drop these back here, and then I'll try. Let me go solutions from earlier and well enough the break. Okay, so in this proposed way that there would be potentially less cards because well actually yeah, we need to talk about there's two different solutions, right? One where there's just one set of cards which are just ours, but both people draw from them.
Yeah.
So the alternative is but let's do that one first because it's a I guess we would probably have less cards. Maybe. How many we got here? 15, is it? Oh, I've even more on here. 6x3, so there's 18 now. Go down to 15. Accidentally come. We have those in the middle, and then this gives us. Hold on. Sorry, I realize I haven't locked this layer. That's what was going on. Oh, this one was still enabled. Just give me a sec. Sorry. Okay. I will now turn off this layer so I can open stuff. Okay. Yeah, let's just try reduce the number of cards, and then that was maybe too many. These in the middle, so we got 15 cards. The player. I also want the player 1 at the bottom. That looks better. Because if we only have like 2 players, 2 characters, and then you get a third, it adds to the top. It's better than having an empty spot at the bottom.
True.
And the same with when you're facing an enemy. If there's only 1 or 2 of them, it looks a bit weird with an empty slot at the bottom. Okay, so it could essentially just look the same, right? But they wouldn't have a draw deck anymore as well. It still have a support card deck. So in which case, well, it could be actually a bit narrower, which might give us room to have our our end turn stuff on the side. It's over here for now. Then let's chuck these. Yeah. I think we've talked before about the idea, or I have anyway, of having like a history, something like a combat log or something.
Yeah.
In there.
We can have it as a menu that pops up. You can open.
Yeah. Just something that room for something to show, I guess, here. But it doesn't have to, it's not vital. In there. So move together. Hey there, Roku. Nice to see you. Roku, I put up your video, your shooter game recently on my YouTube channel. Go to the Honest Jam 1. You should be able to find. Where is it? There it is. Ow. Third copy link. Oh. Oh, there we go. All right, so it's called Shooter. Pew, pew. I sorted out my my YouTube account recently and uploaded everything. Indeed, but it's nice to look back at all the games.
Road to 100.
Right, yes, I am looking for subscribers as well, so do feel free to subscribe. I made a new account before uploading everything, and I've only got I need to get up to 100 to get a custom URL. So at the moment it looks a mess. So yeah, do feel free, if you use YouTube and you don't mind, I'd appreciate a sub on that. But anyway, back to where we were. So yeah, combat log. Now let's just one. Okay, so what the main thing I was trying to change here, sorry, was just to have the deck would be in the middle. I think that's clearer actually if the deck is in the middle. It feels nice at least. The balance of, we're trying to get that idea that you're drawing cards from them to fill out the middle section.
Yeah, I don't know if we should have them that big. Because they don't have any functionalities.
No, yeah, it's a tricky one, but at the same time, it's going to be perspective, so they're going to be kind of going off the screen a bit as well. Or so they're there as almost like a visual tying things together, but they're definitely the first thing that can go if we really need extra room. So for now, if we just whack this here, so you can go halfway there, and this one can go halfway. So we have our support cards, and then our burnt ones there. Still at the moment, yeah, it's roughly. So it could be something like that if it was a single player layout. Right in single deck shared. But if we wanted to do it the other way, where there's a shared area, then what we would need to probably add at least another row of cards, column by row. And the reason we're keeping room in front of the characters here, by the way, is because we've got a little idea. We had an idea recently where we could have what we've coined as the defensive row, which is a way to play cards in front of your heroes, or to do things that make things happen in front of your adventurers. So in this case, let's just push the combat log off the screen. I guess you could click it and it comes out. So I don't know. We'll have to think. It could just be like a series of icons. This, and you hover over it, and then it comes big or something and shows you. You know.
Sure.
It could just have like profile of warrior and then profile of rat, and like an attack icon, and you hover over it and it says what cards. Then something like that could be interesting, but very much not needed yet. But yeah, if we wanted to make more use of the space on this, I guess we could move these across. Still have that room in front of the cards. I feel we'd kind of want done this before. We've had the player cards actually. Hold on. I realize I might actually have a player board already where we shared and split. Okay, that's with a shared middle. Any without a shared area?
Yeah, you can duplicate the shared one and fiddle with.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's a nice one to work off. Yeah, the downside is just for anyone in chat. Me and Brain talked about this earlier. Like we did like the characters being down at the bottom, but it kind of gets rid of some of the like opposite each other and directional things that we want to include in. So it's not quite.
Yeah, it was fine in the game jam version, but don't feel complete.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
Let's duplicate this one then. Okay.
You gotta move things up.
Yes.
And down.
Okay, so we will get all of this stuff. Up as well. Riker, you've been trying to grab an old project again and bringing it forward instead of making new ones constantly. I mean, that's what we're all best at, right? Is having nice, new, shiny ideas. The most fun part of game dev. How's the Catty Cat Cat game coming along? It's only just started to be rebooted now, if we're honest. Brainode has got some time, so he's working on this most days, getting a bit of work done on it, which is great. But yeah, I'm more from a design point of view, and I'm trying to do these like semi-regular catch-ups with him so we can talk about stuff a bit and yeah, work things out. Okay, so yes, in this case we just have we still would have a player deck. We'd have our whatever I called it, burnt cards. Discard. Yeah, thank you.
Discard piles.
Smaller. Hey, it's never dead to be rebooted. It was just not moving. What's it? Hibernating. That works. Right, support cards could maybe still go over here like we talked. Yeah, we're lacking a bit of space at the moment, I feel. To have like our proposed minion or defensive line, right?
Yeah.
One of the negatives. So we could reduce the cards pool.
I don't know. We can just scale down the cards. I don't think the slot cards should be that big.
Well, this is based on what we've got already.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay, yeah, but just generally like zoom out a bit. You mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that could work. Yeah, I guess the positioning of these don't particularly matter, right?
You even considered to have hexagonal slot cards, so
Hey,
you're
that was. I mean, I love the idea, but it was more just to make you laugh.
so that way we'd have them smaller in size, right?
You could just interweave them to get. Oh, the reason is just because I've got this idea of the hexagonal map now. So when you were going to combat, that is hexagons as well. It would be great. Everyone likes hexagons, right?
No. Some people don't.
Well, those people have problems. Roku, rebooting a game doesn't necessarily mean money, although I'm also taking a whole game in hopes of funding from university. I live without the money too. I just fun playing the game with people. Yeah, bit fair. So yeah, the support card would run up here. The enemy deck would be next to it, and then they would also have a discount file, I guess, right? Yeah. Make it pinkish. Let's not worry about potions for now.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure it's a huge part of what we're after at the moment. So it's either one shared deck or a lot of cards. Wait, we choose from summon from only half of the board. I feel you're right that we do kind of need at least this many because at the moment, if you've only got like 9 to choose from, it feels like it's too limited, right?
Yes, definitely. Even the what was it 4x4 16?
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't. I'm not sure if that's enough even. That those two cars are crucial to have 18 instead of 16. Yeah, well, it's okay. I have this new idea now. If you switch back to the areas.
Okay, the 2 areas, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I had this in Spellbreakers, that you can capture enemy cards.
Oh, yeah, is this where there's like going to be like a border that you can push back and forth almost? So you get like more if you like you I want to put this
Yeah,
on
it could be like per row. It can act differently. So they capture your P2 row, but you captured their P1 and P3. So it's a, I don't know. It draws a border of the battle. So
Yeah, I'm trying to just get a thick draw. I hate software that I don't practice on. I'm just trying to draw a line and not have a raster layer or something. It said it automatically made a raster layer for me.
you need a new layer.
New layer.
It didn't automatically create it in there. Weird.
Added a new raster layer inside the layer you previously had selected. Now painting. Oh, okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, so yeah, like this is the divide normally, right? So what we're saying is that throughout the fight you can do things like push the momentum up. So if you push the momentum up here, it would change to be like this. If you push like one lane forward,
Yes.
which then gives you an extra slot card, or you could just have a hard line. So you basically reduce how many cards. You give yourself more cards, and they have less cards. I guess either way sort of works. But I like it as well. I do think it's interesting. Whether or not it's having that many choice of cards is going to be. I guess it means that you can attack someone on their card hand availability, right? Not just their.
Yeah. With the current action points, 16 is too low. We gotta change some rules if we're gonna use this layout.
Yeah, I think changing the how many cards we can reveal in that is not a problem.
Okay.
I think we're like it's not a point where we need to keep it. Nitin Kumar, how you doing? Welcome. I don't know if it's Gwent like, but it's a card game that we came up with around a year ago in a game jam. We've just been trying to develop it a little bit further. You have a deck of cards. They get dealt face down, but at the moment the enemy also has a deck of cards, so they all jumble together, and then you reveal them, and it costs points to reveal, and then you can play them, and it'll do the different abilities on them based on what you do. So if I go head to head, it attack the enemy in the opposite position. Yeah, there's a bunch of different things you can do. Some cards let you target, and there's different costs on different cards as you use them. We're trying to work out, trying to come up with solutions to the problems that we are coming across, I guess.
So I agree that it's not a big problem to reduce the number of cards you can reveal, but having less cards to reveal reduces the amount of strategy. So
I don't know if reducing it by like I always feel like I've got too many cards to choose, but you're right. Before we had the other problem, right, where you pretty much had enough to reveal enough cards, and then you just had to play characters on them. But there was some charm in that.
with
you had to make the best.
You might end up not having any attack cards often.
Yeah. Would reducing by 3 do that, do you think?
Yes. It's a thin line.
I guess that helps people use the other cards, right? And you can't always attack. But it was an issue that we had at the start where it felt unrewarding, I guess, where you can't do what you want to do.
We can probably solve that, making use more of the support cards and make you so if you can use support cards multiple times rather than once as right now.
Yeah, but they're gone maybe for the whole fight then, like, because the idea with support cards were that they're used once, if I remember correctly. So that you could choose them as rewards, but then once you use them, they're basically like a potion, right? That you can use them when you want to. I can't remember what the current implementation is, but if we did something like that, then I don't mind you being able to use multiple in a turn.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be... The game doesn't constantly become using those every turn. That's what we don't want, right? I'd imagine, anyway. I also realised that my mic... sorry, stream, my mic volume has probably been rubbish all stream. Changed where it's plugged into. And no doubt my volume is down to 51% for some reason. So yeah, your ears may be a little bit louder. Maybe hearing me a little bit louder, but there we go.
Yeah, I realized it was low for me as well.
Yeah, sorry about that. I've got it in a switcher, so I press a button and it moves my mouse and keyboard, my webcam, and my mic over between my work PC and my home PC. So I can use my nicer mic. Now you will be way louder than Bora. Well, what can I say? I can't turn him up. I've got him on 200%. Sorry, Spacey.
Now what?
Yeah, see? He's almost the same volume as me.
Now what?
It's all good. It's all good.
So I was trying to think of a way that with each turn something changes that increase the number of cards for the current player, but I couldn't come up with something useful. I don't know. Imagine the where left cards of the enemies become players of next turn, or vice versa.
Like the tide of battle.
Yeah.
So like on player turn it's like this, and then on an enemy turn it'd be down this side. If we need it, like that could be a solution to if we feel that like you haven't got enough cards.
So that also solves the replacing of cards you were worried about. Yeah, you'll know that 3 new cards will be coming into play each turn.
Yes, but yeah. But does it mean that they are just gonna the easy ones to draw because you know that it's fresh card from your deck? I don't know whether if you're only drawing from your own cards, I don't know if it actually matters as much. So mate, yeah, you might be right. I think it's a little bit confusing unless we need it to have like moving cards. Because like what happens to the enemy ones? What, they just get killed in this slot?
Yeah, they go back to
and these
or whatever.
So they'd lose 6 cards at the end of a turn.
6 cards?
Yeah, because you not only the road that you've got, but you'd lose the road that it needs to replace as well.
Well, we used to lose that much cards. Well, we didn't have any deck system, but I mean the jam version.
Sorry, people are upset about the volume. To be honest, this is exactly how my volume is every other stream. You're just used to how it is. Like I have this, it'll go mainly in here, and on the occasion it goes into red. That's how it normally is. So I feel my mic level is at the right level. It's just that Brainoid's volume is different to mine. I've maxed out the audio that I can get from him. I've had people complain before that it's always quiet on stream, but like I'm gonna trust that the levels are true to what they normally are. So I'm gonna leave it where it is. But thank you for the feedback. Sorry, Brent.
Okay.
So I guess we can think of if we were to go for the single one. Oh, this is where I was drawing before. Look, I've got a nice little yellow squiggle line when I was trying to figure out where I was. Wonderful. Hello there, Zorn. Nice to see you. Give me a sec, sorry. So, like, I just, in terms of the mic stuff, like, I have desktop audio, I have the source at max, I have this at max. What is at max in my whole computer sounds? It's not like I had Discord turned down at all. I've got Brainoid on 200%. So it's not like I've not tried, right? Anyway, yeah, where were we actually? I can't even remember.
The tide of the battle or whatever.
Oh, the thing going back and forth. Like, I feel like that should be something we do if we feel it's definitely a problem. I feel because
So maybe I should implement the basic areas thing again first.
Yeah, well, unless we want to try just our deck first. I'm not too sure.
Our deck meaning what?
Only one deck.
But that was the previous version.
What, we only used ours?
Yeah.
Oh, it did, didn't it?
And the main issue with that was really the enemy
Twitch is
playing on
lagging a
our
ridiculous
cards.
amount lately.
It was
We'll
feeling
try and
odd.
stop by later when my internet behaves. Have a good stream.
If we could justify it like Loop Hero did, build a story around it.
Yeah. Mm. So we're essentially saying that we don't think the single deck way is going to work, right?
Like I said, it's a double-edged sword. I'm I'm not sure about both at the moment. Like both versions, I'm staying away. I don't want to do both. I guess I need a new solution, or maybe modify them somehow to make them work.
Which are the main negatives for the two areas then?
Yeah, so it's the opposite stuff, right? One enemy plays on your cards, the other you reveal enemy cards, and it feels weird.
But you won't be revealing cards if with the two decks.
Yes, we didn't try that one yet.
Yeah, so this one, that's what I'm saying. Does this look like what we want to try? Because the
Yeah,
others we're not happy with.
I can try it. I never tried it because it always felt like it's not gonna work, but we should.
Yeah.
The reason I'm not too into it because like half of the screen you cannot use,
Yeah.
or you see lots of cards but you cannot use them. That's why I offered the either the tide thing or the capturing thing, so you can use more of the board.
Yeah. I don't. It may still feel. Yeah. I guess like most of the screen is just showing the enemy hand, right? But if could it become useful if we add more abilities like we talked before about like placing a cost on an enemy card, like putting a mine on it or a trap on it or denying it. Those sort of abilities might become interesting.
Yes, they will become much more interesting that way.
Because we can watch where they go, and then it's less bad of the fact that their cards don't get wiped all the time. That it's only those ones, because like they know where the good cards are, but then they know that you can't utilize it. So, it puts more of the onus on the opposite player to kind of disarm them, or it gives you that gamble, right? I can leave some good cards for later, but the enemy might disarm them more. Like if there's a heal, putting a trap on it, so then it negates the heal card.
Yeah.
So okay, I think we should try this. I think we should try without the tide. I like
Okay.
I like the tide. I just think it may not be what is instrumental in it working.
Yeah, you're right. Also, like having different behaviors of board movement in different areas is also it's a good idea as well, right?
Just say that sentence again. Having different areas of board.
Sorry, it was a crappy sentence. So we thought of different board movement and card replacements in different areas or different chapters.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I forgot about that.
yeah, so that's a good idea, and we should make use of that, I think.
So like we did describe that before, didn't we? Something about uh the cards moving we talked about before, right? Weren't we, before we came up with the tree idea, the magical
Maybe
tree.
in this case we can think of a new behavior like the one you revealed gets replaced on the other side as well, kind of a battleship kind of thing.
Oh right, I see. Oh crikey, that would be a mess. But at the same time,
Yeah, we can get creative
but
with the new mechanic.
well, yeah, I think the one thing that I was thinking of with the if we were to do a comparison to when we talked about we talked about maybe a level where the cards like shuffle off one way each turn.
Mm-hmm.
So like this row over here. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm just finding this software really awkward today. I don't know why. Like I've got these arrows, but it's not. Oh, it's because the layer's off. Okay, let's re-enable that. Let's turn off one of those. Oh, we're getting raided by the beautiful Corpse. Hello, Corpse. How goes it, sir? I'm joined by Brainoid. Beautiful Brainoid Games. Yeah, and we're just chatting. Cattenburg chatting. What were you up to on stream today? Right. Yeah. So before we talked about like these. Oh my gosh, is it not drawing again? What? Okay. Sorry, I'm just stressing myself out at the moment. Okay.
Just create a new layer.
I know I've got it now. I've got to the point where I want to be. It's just such a right. So before we talked about the idea that on like the enemy turn, the cards would like this set of cards would be or everything would move across, I think, and these would be destroyed and new cards would like be shuffled in this position here. No, everything moved to the right and the left. I've described that really poorly, but I know what I'm on about. And we talked on another one where like all of this bottom row at the end of a turn like moves down, forcing these cards to be recycled, and you'd get a bunch of new cards in at the top over here. So those sort of like level environment mechanics we could push.
We thought of a meteor shower that gets some random slot cards.
Yeah, so I think that still works. That I think we could still have the idea of like a tree or whatever that we said, like falling across a certain area.
Yeah.
It was mainly like lengthways seemed better because
True.
it seemed to give you like we can tie in damage to players in that as well, so it'll do damage to these and it'll force all of these cards to be replaced. So that was still good, and the idea of having like a volcano that spews out fire balls and that will randomly destroy 3 cards or at least I mean, we could do destroy. That'd be interesting that it didn't go back into your deck. But more likely that it'll just force them to be reshuffled in. So like, I think those things can still stay. I was just wondering instead of the whole board moving to recycle mechanics that whether or not we could use that towards this border idea that you had. Like whether that's part of the environment that you're in changes the rules. So if there was like a water level, as you said, then that idea you had sounds good because it'd be like the tide is like it's rocking one way and then it comes back the other way. So that could be like a world thing, potentially, but I'm not too sure how many more I can think of, other than I'm not too sure. But the things I've been trying to think about is like if you had like a player attacking here, whether you can have attacks that like push this lane forward, or you using I don't know how it would work because it'd have to be more of like this card. Say we're jumping on the, or it doesn't matter which card. I guess as long as it's in the row, then when you jump on it, it will like push all of these forward, which gives you like a new slot here, or it basically pushes the border forward, I guess is what we want to say. But the thing that's confusing about that is if this was the border before, this border is now like this, and then what? Do you get to use that card, that enemy card?
No. When you capture it, it becomes one of your cards, so it's dealt again.
Okay, so we'd burn the card and deal you out a new one. That would make sense as well. Manny, no, this is not Photoshop. This is Affinity Designer. I don't want to pay monthly for something I barely use. So I bought it once. A good day to you as well, Corbs. You're fixing bugs in text space. Ah, lovely. Lovely. Well, that's nice to hear. Text space, if you don't know. So a wonderful text-based space game. Apollo has been working on it, and Corpsey is now working on it officially as well. Feel free to drop any links to it in the chat if you want, Corpse. I just need a quick toilet break, Brain. I'll be back in just a moment, right, mate?
Okay. Mario, come. Mario, come here. Yeah. Mario. Oh, purr for the stream. Purr, 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 purr. Oh. No. Sorry. He scratched my mic. Further. Purr harder.
Hello.
Hey, hey.
Hi.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna worry about the capturing thing at the moment, and
Yeah.
just the most basic thing.
I think it's an interesting idea that could work, though, right? And we did talk about it before. So,
Honestly, it could be an area specific thing as well.
what do you mean? What, as in how the divide is?
Yeah.
Yeah. They could be like you could capture areas. Like, imagine this. Why do I do this? Imagine the map has like, oh gosh, I can't even draw it. Okay, we're going to the whiteboard.
Okay.
And Manny, it's fine. I don't know what it's like for actual genuine photo editing, but for producing stuff, it's pretty good. People rate it highly. I just get frustrated with it because I forget how to use all the tools in it. Okay, so if we had our normal board that we've been talking about, right? We have our characters over here, here, and here. Okay, and we've talked about normally having like some cards across here. You can turn on a setting to make shapes out of things that look like shapes. That's why it keeps morphing into like a roughly nice shape for me. Okay, so we've roughly got our cards and our enemies are over here. But imagine that you had like subquests where during a match where there's like just an enemy over here that if you attack him, then you can claim the cards spots around him as well.
The gold goblin running away.
Oh, like in Golden Axe.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So just generally, I guess the concept of having an extra like when you said world like layout and that, if there's an extra area based on the geography of the particular zone that you're in, if there's an extra area on the playing field that does nothing normally, like this enemy doesn't attack things. Maybe this is the volcano or dragon that spits fire to destroy cards every so often. But maybe you could kill it and then it stops doing that and then you actually get cards dealt to this, whoever kills it. It's almost like League of Legends, right?
Yes.
That if you spend time killing the NPCs, then you can get some buffs for your team, for example.
But is it like tied to the last hit? That sucks.
Yeah, I think it would be. That'd be so rubbish because you'd have to wait till you've got all enough attack abilities to kind of go for it. But that could be fun as well, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I don't think that is. We don't have room for this on a board, really, do we? but I still like the idea. Because I think the idea of having enemies that you don't have to kill that you can kill, like, what if there's quest mobs, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you got to kill those whilst surviving your fight. It makes it interesting, but I don't know where it would fit on the board, realistically.
Yeah, so my idea was like in a floating islands area. You
Ah,
capture these floating islands of enemies in the enemy territory, so you can use them. Yeah, we can justify it in silly ways. I don't care.
Well, I wonder if that would work with the general idea of, like, at the start of every bit of combat, you need to earn. You need to go forward to earn slots. So, like, when you first start, you just have 3 cards.
So they're just unrevealable.
The rest of them, like, there may be like something you need to defeat here or
This
claim,
no.
and then when you kill that, you get the surrounding area.
You will reveal 2 heavy rains and 1 trap. Do nothing. No, it sucks.
Yeah, I just if there was, I like the idea of having that, like, you can choose to spend your damage somewhere else to give yourself more card draw.
You know what would be interesting to have a dynamic board? Like we have lots of slot cards, but in hexagon tiles. Yeah,
You want hex? All right.
I don't.
Yeah, I think you do though. That's for you. And also, you know, as the picture illustrates, it takes 6 triangles to make a nice hex here. So we can always just make it more. If you think hex is confusing, we'll just break it down into more little shapes. It'd be fun, brain.
You switched back.
Oh yeah, I'm no longer on. I switched briefly back to it, but not for long. Okay. Well, what are we gonna look at doing then for this next iteration then? So the next iteration for this would be to split the board into 2 regions. I'd like as well if we could address some of the things that we've been talking about the board layout as well. So if we can try and like move the characters, or even if it's just move the camera, I don't care. Like, okay, no problem, Paranoid. So we can move the character board, make the characters, the cards be in the lower 2/3 of the screen. That's something we talked about. Split the board into 2 regions. Players can only choose from theirs. I think we should maybe use a different coloured card back for the enemies to make that divide clear. Okay, so I'm trying to make some cut. Yeah, so that's something I'll talk to you when you're about it when voice comes. I'll just make a note to remind me. Like, what else did we discuss earlier? Because I feel there's a few other things. Like, what was the main sense? Another problem we had was that we kind of always feel like attacking using other cards isn't really interesting. Or no, they could be interesting. Cards feel like a lesser option, or I guess, unless you've got really low attack. I guess this could be influenced by the party composition a bit as well, but. Hello. Welcome back. I guess we should do a little discussion of that as well. Okay, so this. Oh, flipsake. So first off, I guess we could look at longer fights could help. As some of the next turn, as it is could help. Let's just say like higher. Oh, sorry, I'm really struggling to talk. It's annoying me. Higher health or not being able to kill an enemy in one turn makes the decision to attack.
Well, usually that happens because we have rats in front of us often, and a warrior kills them in one blow.
Yeah. But still, we'd be trying to get all characters to. Well, that's the thing. Like, if we can't kill it in one, say we had a rogue that does 4 damage, or a thief, sorry, then we're still well. We might as well let our bard attack so we can kill off the enemy, because it's always better to kill off the enemy, you know. I think that's one of the problems. I'm not too sure the best way to address it, but our other idea was that like that you can perform more than one action per turn, but maybe only one combat action. We also talked about the idea of characters only having their own individual AP. Warrior could have one.
Yeah, that's a nice idea actually. So if you use an attack card, your character stays on the attack card. But if you use a buff card, maybe it turns back, just locking that card.
Yeah. I don't know how we indicate that we've played on it, because we've not had to represent that before, have we?
Yeah, we can place an icon of the character maybe on
Yeah.
top of it.
Yeah, or just the just the character off of the card. Just the little character itself. Yeah. Bard goes for a run. Rubik's, nice to see you. You wrote a suggestion a minute ago. So for your neutral mob idea, you could make the last row of each player's card space guarded by neutral mobs and capturable. Possibly you could capture the anyone too if you were fast enough. Yeah, that makes for a little bit of idea. So I think if we were to go to this. So your idea here, Pete, if I'm to understand you correctly, would be like these are neutral to begin with. And there'd be like an enemy. Yeah, I don't know how we'd lay it out, but let's just say this card is an enemy card for now. So if this is our big nasty enemy, you kill that and it gives you this row, this column, sorry. And then the enemy would have one as well. I don't know how you'd stop yourself from going straight for theirs. But yeah, it's definitely... You could always say, like, you can only attack it once you get this row. Like, you can't attack any row further than what you've already got.
Oh, new crazy idea. Well, listening to you.
Uh-oh. What crazy idea?
Okay, come to the whiteboard.
My favorite place.
I don't know where I should draw this, but I'll try to keep going on your previous drawing here.
Okay.
So you revealed this card, okay?
Yeah.
And it turns out there's a dragon here.
Environmental cards.
Yeah, but it keeps it stays face up.
Yeah.
Once you reveal it, okay?
I like that.
Yeah, and you attack it, and if you kill it, it gives you a super strong card to use maybe. And if you can't kill it, it it switched to, so the turn changed.
Yeah.
Now it's enemy's turn, and the dragon attacks maybe to them, and if they kill it, they use it, and if they can't kill it, it attacks you again.
Yeah, so it basically becomes a minion that hates everyone.
Yes.
I'm trying to think. The only bit out of that I wasn't sure about was this idea where you said that they have like a like what card do they give you after you kill them that would be powerful?
Yeah.
That's the bit I'm unsure of. Like, because even if it's just like another way to look at it could be that like if you turn over a card that it will lock out maybe that row. So you're getting it's in your interest to kill it basically.
Yeah, I was thinking of a card like super powerful that heals everyone to max HP and revives dead
What?
one.
What? How powerful do you want it to be?
I don't know that level, and that dragon will be strong.
I think that is too powerful.
Yeah, whatever. You understand where I'm going.
Oh,
And
it changes my O's into circles and makes them smaller. I was trying to write too powerful.
too 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 beautiful.
Anyway.
Yeah, so it is too complex because like how do you attack the dragon? You drop your cards and you attack with power? Whatever.
I think no, you'd need to attack it in the same way that you attack enemies.
Okay.
You need to use like your attack card. But oh yeah, but how do you select it?
Yeah. It's a threat now. If you play on threat, it attacks dragon. No, I don't know.
Well, would it block the row though? That could be interesting. So if you go to like, if you've got that, let me choose a sensible color. Sorry. So if you've got like the bard here, and you do your special, that should go for the enemy over here, that it's gonna just run into him instead, right?
What if the dragon is here, and you reveal this card? It doesn't feel like I don't know. Yeah.
What, like you shouldn't be able to play it? You thinking, or?
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry. Anyway,
I think the idea is nice. Whether or not we'd have like the intensity of it, like how much it impacts the game, like whether it or not it's like a okay. The pros of this that I like are that there's like something else to fight. I think that's like positive. Another thing would be that there's a shared objective as well, or shared or competed objective maybe.
yeah, you can also maybe choose to defend yourself against the dragon, and it attacks enemy next turn, and you win that way. That's a strategy as well, I guess.
Yeah. You learn to like prevent damage from it. Now, this is actually interesting to me, one, because this introduces one of the things that I wanted to talk about. There's no feature creep because it's not a game jam. It's fine. The topic I wanted to talk about was planned attack of lane. So I'm still trying to think of hang on, that's another issue we had. Right there. Another issue was switching lane even at a cost of 0 feels a waste of turn.
Yeah.
But okay, I would like, in a way that we haven't got the cards out here. Let's just get this thing back up. So, if I like my player 1 over here is like vulnerable. At the moment, the moving positions really don't come into it unless you want to attack, because you don't know that where the enemies are going to attack. So I kind of feel like an example I gave when talking to Alicia about this was it'd be nice if there was a way where we could perhaps be like this character over here is charging, like they use an ability which is going to be like a solar beam or something, right? And then they're immovable for that turn. And then next turn happens, you do what you do, and then when you come back, how they use their turn is at the start of next turn they will fire like a massive beam, let's say down here. So the what that introduces is the ability the next time it's your turn, you know that there's incoming damage in a certain lane. And so that gives you reason to play around, oh, I'm going to defend P1. Or I need to move them out of that position. Or I need to heal this. Or we need to kill this target fast. It gives you those kind of decisions to make.
Yeah, right now you experience this when they use a war cry or something.
No, because you still don't know where it's not. It's
yeah.
Yes, danger, but it's not targeted danger. That's the difference.
Then you only experience it when you have a target with low.
Oh. Yes. No, but still, where do you move them? That's what I'm finding with Switch. It's like I've got a low target health, and I've got like, oh well, where do I move them to safety? You don't know because you don't know where they're going to attack next turn.
Yeah, true.
And that's what, like, I don't definitely want this ability, but it's the only way. I'm trying to think of how where's going to be attacked can be known on your turn, and it doesn't make sense. Well, I mean, if we got rid of the enemy slot cards and they just like it'd be too much like Slay the Spire. They just have intents. So when it's your turn, you know this one is gonna attack this card here. And you know this one is gonna
the board changes.
Heal. Say that again?
How can you know that? You don't know.
Oh, because they're not using cards. They just attack. They just do standard attacks.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
That takes away a lot from the game.
I agree. Roiku, yes, you are right. Feature creep is still a thing outside of that. What we're trying to do at the moment, you said, I thought you guys already knew what happens in this game. No, we're trying to decide whether it's worth investing time in fleshing it out properly and trying to put it on Steam and stuff. And we don't feel that just adding an extra level or two to the existing game was enough. It would have been fun, but it wouldn't have been it's not that. It would have been fun to do rather than it really fun to play. And so we're trying to find ways to make it a game that would be interesting to play or would have replayability. So we're exploring a few different ways to keep with the main mechanics and themes of the game, but to develop aspects of it a little further, to see if we can add those replayability and fun and strategizing elements to the game. And get rid of the negative experiences that we picked up from the original base game. Hello there, Mark. Good morning to you. Yeah, I will need to go and cook dinner in a quarter of an hour tops, right, Brain?
Yep.
But so like that idea, I agree. I don't want to do it like they're gonna attack slot 1, because 1, it changes the game too much. 2, it is pretty much Slay the Spire then.
This should be built around like knowing the enemies, knowing the abilities of the enemies and the possibilities of the slot cards on the board, so you can guess which card is in danger in which position. If we can have more abilities depending on the lanes, then we can have that, right?
Unless like the default attack is in your lane other than targeted, that could add that.
Default attack meaning blind attack.
A blind attack or yeah, I guess the rest of them are like threat and that, aren't they?
Yeah, we can get rid of all the threat and bully and everything, and we can make it so if they play a card on a slot card, it attacks directly or whatever. No, that's confusing. Sorry.
It would just be like a regular attack. I guess the normal attack would be what did you call it? Focus attack or lane attack or charge or whatever?
Head to head.
Head to head. That's the one. I didn't say any of the right words. Yeah, head to head could be the default. But so that would give you in a position where okay, yeah, there's a strong enemy in slot 1, so we want to make sure that our, you know, who can take the most damage is there as well. But then what you end up having is the one who can hit hardest wants to go against the biggest enemy, and the two biggest just face each other always, right? Which is like if they're both going to be attacking in a straight line each time. By default. I'm not too sure. Is there any other ways we can achieve like this idea of like incoming down? Like we've done it with, I like how we talked about environmental things, right? Like
Sorry, before I forget about this, there could be another card behavior like so we have sorry, we have the cards in rows, so what, you know, what row the card is on, so maybe the player attacks in that row. So I have to draw this, sorry.
do you mean like if you go on this card, you're gonna attack this way?
Wait, I was in the whiteboard when.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. But then you'd need to know what cards they've got in what position to predict stuff.
Oh, memory as well.
Yeah, so if they reveal but the thing is that I guess it's a fair point. If you know that they've got attack cards up here, or if they don't have attack cards in this top row, then you know it's safe. Well, that would definitely be a good card, by the way. Would be a new card regardless, would be attack the enemy in the row of this card, if you will. I think that would be good.
I'm noting it down. Roll.
Could you have default intents for different enemies? Like Batrat always tries to attack the lowest health. Yeah, at the current system, it's hard to implement because that would be a tiny bit towards what we were saying earlier, where the enemy intents are shown. I know you're saying they're not shown, but the problem would be that we'd need to have it where they don't. I don't know.
You just get rid of the slot cards that way.
Well, or that's what maybe Rubik's is also saying though. You don't get rid of the slot cards, but that's their preferred play. That character, you know, like Batrats will always try and go use like a threat or something like that. But I feel it's a little convoluted to be done that way. If you had no slot cards for the enemies, I think that would be good. If they had like personalities, but I think that would get rid of the enemy slot cards. But that would be a way to do it if we did just go for one, like the player slot cards only.
I think we should still be thinking like AI as a player rather than.
Yeah, it also means that with the 2 players still a thing.
Yeah.
I know it's not on anyone's agenda other than secretly mine. This a bit. I've not played Monster Train. I should do. It's been recommended, but maybe I should play it. It might give some ideas.
Yeah, for sure. We should try more games. I will do that.
Well, you've tried what do you call it, haven't you? I looked it up earlier.
Arcanium?
Yes, that's the one. I swear I looked it up at some point today. Yeah, Arcanium. So, like, you own that already. Monster Train's been on my list to try and play for a while. But it turns out this game, Arcanium, is very similar to kind of what we're doing, where there's like lane-based combat, where you traverse between and you don't know what's going to happen. Sorry, I'm not pausing it. Very good. I hate the Steam video player. So this would be your map of going through the world, and me and Brain had talked about Hex before as well, so they do that. So instead of like Slay the Spire, where you have a big sprawling like a node map, in this you have a bit more of a, you can go in any direction, I guess, but it's the same concept, right? This could be a random event. This is definitely a fight, so you can choose to avoid stuff if you want. So that is the map side of it, and then they basically have deck building side of things, and I only realized the map is 2D just with some 3D models on top of it. Yeah, it works quite nicely. Yeah, so this is the combat where it's lane based, but you have cards to use per enemy through the different characters that you've got. So it's not like the card kind of system is very different, but broadly speaking, that kind of lane orientated attack thing is pretty good. Do you get to choose who you attack each turn as well in this brain?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I guess there's a little less restrictions, and that's one of the things we're trying to play.
Oh, actually, again, it depends on the skill.
Okay.
Some skills you can target, some skills you can't.
Will be straight on, is it?
Yeah, some can hit only straight ahead and the middle one.
Right.
Not the for the farthest one.
Yeah, like these two. Like you can only go one lane across, that sort of rule, right? Okay, that's interesting. So yeah, Monster Train's on my list of my wish list, I think. Where's wish list? I can't even remember. You is it in store? Library?
While you're searching for that, I
Wish
have
list.
an idea. I can implement this too for the next version. What if I get rid of sidestep for now and replace it with a new mechanic, like you drag your character onto another character of yours to swap them, and it costs 1 AP.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's a good solution to that problem. Yeah, just to respond to you as well, Rubik, saying it's on MS Pass. That is good to know if anyone's got a Microsoft Pass. I don't think I do at the moment. I think I've used the cheap one as well. But yeah, so this does have like lane-based stuff, but it also has the multiple enemies in a row, kind of like Slay the Spire and a little bit like Darkest Dungeon, I guess, in that regard. It would be an interesting one to play, because I really did like Slay the Spire, so maybe I'll try and find an evening to play that sometime, and I'll stream it, and you're welcome to jump on voice with me. Okay. Well, so yeah, that idea there does. I'm keeping my eye on the time, so I got around 5 minutes or so. So by here, switching lane feels so. A solution to this is going to be implement. Oh, let's just add it in what we want in the next one. So. Implement lane swap swap mechanic costing
They
1
become
AP.
broke when you swap them.
Would there be any like restriction once you've been moved, cannot be moved again or something, or?
No, it just costs 1 AP, so you can swap as many times you want, and it just costs more, right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think, would it allow you to really like over target a certain lane? No, I don't think it would. Let's stick with that. That sounds good. Okay, that's a solution to that issue. Right, I always feel like attacking using other cards is a problem. The other problem, let me just see if we got make character cards be lower. So this is just like a UI thing, but I still would like to see how it feels. This is going to be gameplay. This is going to be gameplay. So the last kind of thing that we've talked about. Well, I've got. I'd also add that we still feel lack of defensive reason to defend. / we know nothing of enemies next turn's turn attack targets. I don't know if we're going to have a solution for that today, but
at least I can boost the HPs by 10% again, if you want.
That'll give us more reason. Well, I guess that would help the
longer fights.
Always feel like attacking. Yeah, the other thing would be that you can play on more than one. Like the attack card is the how we finish. Where was I starting to write this before? I swear I started writing. Yeah, always feeling that you should play an attack card. So longer fights, this could help, but also can perform more than one action per turn. So like when you when you go on an attack, that's the end of your turn. Um, or an alternative to that would be that each character has their own AP. Do you think any of those are worth exploring or viable to explore?
Right now, I need to see the new mechanic first. I don't want to focus on this, but because maybe the solution to this is different game modes rather. To defend for 6 turns or 6 rounds. That makes 12 turns.
Okay, yeah. So it could be like I was just thinking like if you happen to get attacked, ambushed, or something, it turns into one of those defending games. So say you're
Yeah.
at a camp and there's a chance of you getting attacked, then it's a defending game. But my only cross thought about that was like you may not have your defensive cards in your deck ready for that, you know. But
No,
that's a little problem.
no, I'm not thinking like random occurrence of this event. Like you see that event and you go there. You know that you're gonna
Oh,
defend.
okay. Yeah, yeah. So there's like a town under attack, and you go to that tile for that reason. Yeah, that's a great idea. Okay. Yeah, it still feels. Yeah, I still feel there's a little bit of an issue, but I'm happy to review it next time. And then the little bit of the issue being what you said was a great idea. I don't have an issue with that, but I still feel that most of the time you're just gonna go for attack cards where you can, and the only other time you play on other cards is when you're hoping you can't do anything better. And as much as you would use them in that other game mode, it still means in the normal game mode, it's they kind of uninteresting cards.
Yeah, okay, 2 minutes left. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna just quickly say this. The longer the fights, I think the more you'll need your defense cards, and because we're eliminating the first character, and the team immediately, the opponent team immediately gets down to 2 instead of 3. That way, you don't need to defend.
yeah.
You usually needs to go full on attack. So yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah. That sounds good. So we'll just we're gonna try and increase the health again to prevent first turn kills. It might be like stretch goal would be to get new classes, get the other classes available, because maybe with a tank defending gets a lot more interesting.
Okay.
Especially if it's more like a squishy kind of rogue set or a thief sort of character who does good damage but can get killed quite fast, then that might be a good thing for them. Also, I was thinking, just very quick, even if we don't do that, you can play on multiple cards, jump in until you do an attack. That could be the rogue thing, possibly.
Yeah.
If there was some form of perk or trinket or whatever. Crikey. Scope. Okay, that's fine. That's fine for now, I feel, right?
Yes.
Do you feel there's anything that you said you want to do that isn't on this next iteration list?
No, it's enough work in there already.
Okay, and brain to
Good
have
luck.
fun. There you go, brilliant. Like, how are we? Should we just push this as well so I can access the code? I don't know. It's so far from the branch now that I don't think we're going to go back, are we?
Yeah, no.
So, yeah, feel free to do that, and then at least I can have a look at the code as well.
I don't know if I should create a new branch for this new area thing.
Um, we can always roll back, right? That's the point of version management.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we don't need to, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I see where you're coming from, but I like. Hopefully, it's not too destructive. Your code, right?
Yeah, rolling back is a problem because like I also implement new features and add new cards,
Yeah, yeah.
so you lose them if you roll back. Yeah, whatever. No, it's not a big issue.
That's fair.
Like I said, I'm happy to rework everything at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That sounds fine. That sounds fine.
All right, I'm jumping out. Thanks
Yeah.
for the stream.
No problem, dude. Nice to catch up. Thanks for all your hard work this week as well. I appreciate it. Thanks,
You were
Brian.
always. Thank you. Bye bye.
Cheers, mate.